All right, my man. State your name. Let them know you on Real Talk with Nick.
What's going on? Your boy Junebug back at it again one more time with your boy Nickafelli on Real Talk TV.
Real Talk with Nick. I know it's been
Real
a.
Talk with Nick. Okay, a
I
little
know.
bit shorter. That's what's up.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean,
You know,
it sound good though.
I'm trying
Sound
to
good.
abbreviate it. You know, you ain't got to spell Nickavelli in the search terms when I'm speaking YouTube. I could easily be found. So I had to market the channel a little better, you know, and
That's what's up.
start kicking some ass. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
These
that's
YouTube
what's up.
streets, man. So Nick fan, man.
Yeah, for sure, man. Been one for shit. I'm 47, so I've been doing this since I was probably 37, maybe
Yeah.
10 years old.
Yeah.
So I've been there for a while, man. For sure.
Okay. So who you most impressed with? We speaking of these Knicks today under the leadership of Tom Thibodeau.
You know what? We regressed a lot last year. I think it's the grind of the season. Thibodeau pushes his players a lot, man. So what we did the year prior to that was like a kind of like it was a surprise. We wasn't supposed to do it how we were supposed to. So I think last year was a kind of progression of the season and the grind and all that like that. You know what I'm saying? But hopefully this year we can pick it back up. We got to add it. We got a true point guard now.
How you feel about this 2-point guard? We speak
I like
of that.
it, even though it hurts us defensively because we got a small back court. But I think it's gonna have RJ and they're gonna flourish more under the system now. They got.
So with Jalen Brunson, you think RJ Barrett's going to get more touches on the
I think everybody is gonna flourish more. I think RJ is gonna flourish more. I think Randall's gonna benefit a lot from it. You know what I'm saying? I really would like to see Obi probably slide in. I really did want them to probably try to see if they can get a trade for Julius because that will make Obi flourish more. You know what I'm saying? Because I think he needs that. He needs more playing time. He's already getting into year 3 with Obi where he needs to take that step. He needs to bring that step. He's been playing pretty good in a few summer league joints they had with him or whatever. He's been scoring pretty good, but I need to see him take a different step. But with Julius there, I don't think that's going to be possible.
So you think with Julius Randle being on the Knicks roster, that's going to hinder
it's going to hinder him.
Development?
It's definitely going to hinder his development for this season. He needs to be in that flow where he's starting to get into with the starting unit. You know what I'm saying? And if you got Julius constantly in that starting unit, I think it's going to hinder him a lot, man. So they got to try. It's hard to move him right now because they're saying it's not a market for Julius Randle. But we see what happens like middle of the season. When they can sign free agents and who can get free or what trades they can make.
Well, I was hearing possible talk about Westbrook taking on Julius Randle's place.
I mean,
for a possible trade.
I heard that too. I've been seeing a lot of trades that have been involving like multiple teams. I think that's the way the Knicks should go. I don't think right now trying to give up everything, the farm system for Donovan Mitchell, I don't think it's the way. I think it's too much, man.
So you agree with some who say that acquiring Donovan Mitchell on the Knicks would make they starting 5 strong, but it'll make the bench weak.
Yeah, we wouldn't have a. Where's gonna be the pickup at the bench? All right, what we gonna do? Score 50 points in a half, or score like 30 or 40 points in the first quarter, where we can have the second unit not doing much. I don't think that's got to work. We need balance. And if we get rid of Quickly, Grimes, we get rid of those dudes, who we going to fall back on? What we going to fall back on Westbrook and what we going to have? Westbrook on the bench. And I heard them talk about trying to get Melo. I don't know if that's even, where is it that even feasible? Yeah, he's a rental. Like, I would say he's a rental. He's about to probably going to retire, probably want to retire at Nick. I can understand that, but I don't see the use for him. Now, we could package Randall somewhere and probably move Randall. That'll make Melo come off the bench. That'll give Obi more time in the starting position. I can see that working out. Maybe grabbing a Melo and a Westbrook. I can see that working out. Maybe moving. I don't know. I would rather keep our young core. And I think giving up 6 players for Donovan Mitchell plus trying to match salaries, that's going to be too much, man.
That's going to be too much.
Yeah, because you got to give up Evan Fournier too just to even match his salary and to even do all that. You feel what I'm saying? So
what do you say that some people, well, let me ask you this, brother. I even heard someone say that Donovan Mitchell is on his way of becoming injury prone his damn self, and speaking of his ankles.
Well, you know what?
I mean,
One thing about the Knicks, man, we always dealt with players that had some type of injury, one way or another.
Are you aware of-
Or coming back?
are you aware of his injuries concerning
Nah.
his ankles?
And now, as far as with Donovan, I wasn't aware of his injuries like that. You know what I'm saying? Coming in, so like, I like him as a player and stuff like that. I'm just not really high on him as other people are. I mean, he makes our team better, but we lose a lot of parts. So, like, in what way would he make us better? Will we win like 47 games this season? I don't know if that's
So you
possible.
just think the Knicks will sell more tickets, and we already getting cash, not like we having problems
Exactly.
getting money from the guard.
I think we should let them young boys run, man.
So is it safe
You
to
see what the Winchester Knicks did? We almost won the chip.
Right, right.
You know, we needed to. It's just that them young boys, Portland they played good defense. You know,
Okay.
we wasn't ready for it. So,
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But you see where we was at, man. The Westchester Knicks, we was doing good. Those young boys, that's our core. That's what we need. And we get rid of them 6 players and up. Like what we going to?
Right.
What the bench gonna look like? You know
Right.
what I'm saying? I'm glad that they kept Mitchell Robinson. I think he's gonna benefit a lot with Jalen Brunson too. I think he's gonna take a step up as long as he can stay healthy for the season. Keep his stamina with him because you know how Thibodeau is.
Speaking of Mitchell Robinson,
He works.
man, they got him on social media shooting threes, man. This is the second year of him having that 3-ball in his repertoire, and he hasn't displayed it.
It's just
in
open
Horizon
up
his
the floor.
game.
You feel what I'm saying? So now you look now. Well, if you got a Jalen Brunson that can create his own shot, but they can create a shot for his other players as well. You don't need RJ to bringing up the ball, calling the set, trying to get the play into the half court. You don't need that no more. Now, if you got Jalen Brunson, that frees up, RJ to do what he do. That free up Randall to do what he do. You know what I'm saying? That's going to free up Mitchell Robinson to do what he do.
Okay.
But,
So you think Mitchell Robinson's gonna have a good
I
season?
think he's going to have a good. He's going to flourish. I think the majority of the team is going to flourish under Brunson.
And what could we expect from RJ Barrett, man?
Well,
Think he's gonna be an all-star?
we already last season he was scoring. I think it was average point per game was like 24 for the season, if I'm not mistaken, somewhere in that, like that. So I look at him, RJ to continue to do what he do. Probably RJ is gonna be like one of those players that's gonna be like a 28, 10, 28-10 type of player that'll get you 28-10. That's going to be his max. He's going to have those games where he's dropping 35, stuff like that. You're going to get those games from him, but he's going to be one of those players that's going to give you that, I see him being that superstar type player where we can keep and build around him. And, as far as franchise, like, we need to keep RJ. Like, I was to the point where, like, if we did have to go give him something for Mitchell, let's keep RJ. At least we keep RJ, package stuff up wherever Fournier, maybe quickly. Maybe
Quickly? You
Yeah.
like to see Quickly go?
Well, I don't like to see him go, but I feel that last season he didn't. Like I said, that first season was a real good season for us. Last season was a kind of a regression. He wasn't making the shots he was making. He kind of regressed a little bit to me too. So I kind of feel like if he got packaged in a deal, I wouldn't have been so mad for Donovan Mitchell. Now that makes us a liability on the defensive end.
But that would be kind of odd, being that Emmanuel Quickly was hanging out with Donovan Mitchell all this
Yeah,
off
of
season.
course. But,
And I don't think you would
the
want to
business-
hang with him.
But the business of the NBA, it's all a business, bro. If they ship you out, there's nothing you can do.
But you think Emmanuel Quickly saying to himself, well, let me hang out with Donovan Mitchell so y'all can trade me off.
But at the end of the day, listen, a lot of these players is cool with each other. On the off season, they might be chilling with each other. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't really see that. They rubbing shoulders is what it is. They hang out with each other. But at the end of the day, it's a business. And if the management say, yo, this is what's best for us to get Donovan Mitchell, then we got to do what we got to do.
All right.
But at the same time, we ain't dumb because they backed out of that deal. So you see, is at a stalemate now.
Right.
Because Danny Ainge, he like to go off of how desperate teams get.
Yeah.
How desperate are you gonna get?
Well, could you blame him? Because the Knicks did a lot of shithead desperate moves, man.
all the time?
Yeah.
But I mean, listen.
But let's
I
talk
think-
about having a nice dream where it becomes wet, where we have a Donovan Mitchell and Emmanuel Quickly. Do you think Emmanuel Quickly will have the 6th Man of the Year award? being in the second unit?
Well, of course. Listen, that's going to be his time to flourish in that spot. Trying to get that award. I think he can get it. I think Quickly's a great player. Don't get me wrong. You know what I'm saying? He got to work on a few things maybe, but he's on a high pace. You put him in, it's like high energy, you know, and we need that second unit, high energy type of, you know what I'm saying, type of movement. So I like him on the second unit. I think he got a good chance of getting this. Even if we get down to the Mitchell, we ain't got to package him, but at early reports, what was going on, it was that he was getting packaged in the dip. You know what I'm saying? For Donovan Mitchell. Because I don't think we'll be able to keep Quickly. If we're going to keep somebody like Grimes, you know, like I like Grimes' hustle. I like his grit. So I would rather keep Grimes than probably keep Quickly.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Let's put Grimes, let's keep Grimes, ship Quickly off. We can keep McBride. If we keep McBride on, he can slide in to the second unit. So we'll have McBride, Grimes coming off the bench. We still got Rose under contract still. You know what I'm saying? They didn't make a move with Rose yet.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We still got Evan Fournier. He may be in the first unit. He may not be. If we got Donovan Mitchell, that puts Fournier probably coming in with the second unit as well.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
And this is a last question, brother. Right? The Knicks got a lot of lefties, man. Jalen Brunson left.
Yeah.
Julius Randle left. R.J. Barrett left.
RJ could go right too, though. He just chooses to go left. But he's right-handed. You can say he's ambidextrous. He's both, but he's mostly right-handed. But he chooses to go left.
Oh, okay, all right.
You know what I'm saying?
So he need to be more right dominant.
I think he need to switch it up because we get left-handed. You know, like.
Do you think it's gonna be a problem?
Yeah, I was saying that some time ago with Julius. He can only go left. So you know, when he get the ball in his hand, it's only one way he going. You dig what I'm saying? So your defense slide that way, where you gotta go. I think with Julius, he can't do too much dribbling too. Julius gotta be decisive with his game.
Do you think Julius Randle could play off the ball, being that we got a point guard with Jalen Brunson?
I think he's gonna call for the ball, but I think he gotta be decisive with his move. Because when you get the ball, they know you're going left. I don't think he need to be bringing the ball up, down court. That's why I say with Jalen Brunson, everybody's gonna flourish in this system. You ain't gonna have Julius Randle trying to run, coming up court with the ball, making turnovers, as he's done plenty of times in the games, where it pisses me off a lot with him. You know what I'm saying? He'll get the ball stolen from him, and it's like he's regular with it. You feel what I'm saying? So look for this season to be a lot better. Even though I would like a piece like Donovan Mitchell, but I ain't gonna give up the phone. I'm not giving up 6 players plus trying to match salaries and do all. That's too much, man.
All right, man.
So, you know.
And that's what it is, man. I finally got my man Junebug on Real Talk with Nick, man. I had to hunt this brother down. I like how he break down
the Knicks. Listen, you already know what it is, man. And hopefully we can get some more in and we go from there, man.
All right, and that's what it is. Peace,
Nation,
y'all.
you already know what it is.